What is up? Hope you're doing awesome. So I wanted to go ahead and read this testimonial. I actually am connected to this person through my inner circle group coaching, and they sent me a message the other day, and they were like, hey, just so you know, I've actually been recovered from DPDR and anxiety and stuff for several months now. I just haven't had a chance to write out a testimonial yet. And I was like, dude, that's freaking amazing. And I was like, yeah, dude, definitely write me on a testimonial. That'd be awesome to encourage people. So I wanted to go and read it for you. And this person's still involved in my inner circle group coaching just to kind of be inspired and encouraged by other people and stuff like that. So he said, hey, Jordan, I just wanted to thank you for your guidance and in helping get me out of DPDR and anxiety. I got it December 20th last year and thought I was going insane. I had a lot of childhood trauma, was going through a breakup, school, had just got a new leadership position at work. I also was a pretty heavy drinker and nicotine addict just to numb the pain and take the edge off, but that didn't work. The stress piled up to that overwhelming point and DPDR kicked in, and during the middle of me taking a final exam. I passed it, by the way. Laugh out loud. Well, that's good that you passed the exam. From then on, I constantly felt out of body and like I had been transported to another dimension. People's faces would morph. Things didn't feel like they were really happening. Deja vu was constant. I had panic attacks and couldn't sleep. I think the main symptom that was present was the racing heartbeat and existential thoughts. I couldn't get out of bed for like 2 weeks and lost about 15 pounds of weight. Wow. I started off with the old, I'll just say a very popular product for depersonalization-derealization recovery that I hear people take all the time that doesn't actually work, unfortunately. And it's very sad that people try, distraction and just all kinds of stuff that doesn't really get to the root of the problem. But he tried this product and for about a month from January to February. And he says, I'm pretty sure you can see how that went. Then I found your material on YouTube after researching about 100 people epically failing at trying to explain what the symptoms were. I was reluctant to purchase your course, but I had nothing else to lose, so I did. Literally after 1 week, I began applying your course and starting recognizing the tension I had. From that point on, I went hardcore nonstop with body relaxation, and I had a positive focus and lived my life as normal. I probably went through the course fully like 20 times. There was not a day I let up on my recovery. Anything that you said, I did it. I took notes every time that you had a Zoom session. He's talking about the group coaching, and he applied everything. I still attend your meetings to this day every now and then just to hear the wins of everybody and listen to you explain new ways of how to get into a relaxed muscle body. There were definitely setbacks and ups and downs, but I just kept reminding myself that this is normal and temporary. I didn't quit my job or school no matter how much I wanted to. It was definitely challenging, but I managed to finish, and now I'm a quarter of the way done with my master's. Congratulations. That is so freaking awesome. So he says, I had technically experienced DPDR for 6 months, but didn't start my recovery until I found your course. So really, it only lasted about 4.5. Your recovery doesn't start until you start doing the right things. And you showed the door, and people just have to walk through it. I've been out of these symptoms since late May, early June. With that said, if you guys apply what Jordan is teaching, so he's talking to everybody else, if you apply what Jordan is teaching day in and day out, you will gain access to your parasympathetic nervous system, and your symptoms will eventually shut off. Remember, you are not the healer. You simply facilitate the conditions for healing. Excuse me. You simply facilitate the conditions for healing by staying in a relaxed muscle body and living your life as normal. Your nervous system over time will rewire to a state of safety rather than threat if you keep going. You'll be more calmer than you've ever been in your life. I'm way better than I was now ever before, especially before I experienced DPDR. And he says, okay, I'm done now. Just wanted to remind you guys that you can and will get out of these symptoms. Wishing everybody a life of self-regulation. Love y'all. Cool. All right. So anyway, I posted that in my group coaching, and there were a ton of people that were super encouraged by that. So I thought that I would post that on here and let it encourage you. Um, I get stories like this all the time, and I know that anxiety, depersonalization, derealization, panic attacks, existential fears, OCD, you know, irrational fears, just all these things, they feel so permanent, but I want to tell you that you can get out of them. It is going to take work. It's going to take time. You need a body-based strategy, in my opinion, because there's a lot of things happening in your body that you have to deal with, like tension, energy, and emotion. And also you have to get in tune with your body, which is called interoception, the experience of the embodied self. And that takes time because you have been most likely living in your head for a very long time. And so it's definitely a marathon. It's not a sprint, but you can do it. And so be encouraged. You're not alone in your suffering, and people are getting over this and getting their life back. I'm able to see it literally all the time. And it's one of the most rewarding things that I've ever been able to be a part of. Almost always when people come to me, they say that I'm their last hope because they've tried almost everything to get rid of DPDR, anxiety, panic attacks. And I'm very thankful to say that I'm able to see people go from saying you're my last hope to you saved my life. And I say that humbly. It's really the work that they did. I'm just the guide. I just give them the tools. But it's just incredible what can happen whenever people have effective tools and effective understanding. People are incredibly resilient, but even as resilient as people are, they still need to have an effective strategy. They still need to have the right understanding. But if you're hungry for it, you can do this. So don't give up. And that is it. And if you want to take my course, it's at dprecovery.com. If you want to be a part of my group coaching, there's a link below to sign up for that. We meet every single week. It's an amazing family. We've got, I think it's like 130 people, 140 people, something like that. It's literally a family, and it's awesome.